Trick of putting some aqua soil in the bags, and that's in the back under the sand. It's a good tip from Michael over there. Hats off to him. And we're just going to add some more root tabs around where we're going to put some of our short little red Anathera plants. I'm probably saying it wrong, but we'll drop a few more in the back there. Pretty basic setup this far. Left a nice little gap, a little pocket there in the front. It's full of sand. And we'll be able to put some different plants in there too. There's a better view of the whole thing. We'll kind of speed the world up a little bit here so that you can see this going without me taking every little piece apart. I thought the archway piece of wood was actually really a nice find. Alright, and here we go. Now, everybody will say, you know, you have to have these fancy tweezers. You should always use tweezers to put them in. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes it's more trouble than it's worth, as you're going to see here. It's almost just as easy, but we'll try some with the tweezers anyway and see how it's just more of a pain in the ass than it's worth. It's kind of fun to do this way, but I wouldn't say it's easier or quicker, or if you just make a nice little scoop with your finger and drop the roots in nice and gentle, this is just as easy. It's quicker. Maybe you have a little more contact with the environment, but I think overall it makes it easier to put those small ones in. Of course, I do the same thing for stem plants. And a flick of the sand. All right, time for some stem plants. Gonna drop these guys in. I'll put all the names of the plants in the comments section or the description. I believe this is a Ludwigia of some kind. Drop in a few more root tabs. Now you can see what brand these are, and they're not sponsored or anything. But I did find some little capsule type ones. You can get about twice as many. They do the same kind of work for about half the price. The only drawback with the capsules is that people say they can float. They'll pop out of your sand, but I haven't had that happen yet. Anyway, we got some nice tall stem plants in the back. And here we're going to break out some Anubias. Also got quite a bit of Bucephalandra to line some of the wood with. And you can use the, Gorilla Glue clear gel, and that seems to work really well. Nice little trick with this, though, is when you glue it on like this, you can sprinkle a little bit of sand on it, and it'll cover it up, and you won't see the white. Now, if it's dry anyway, it dries clear. But if you try doing this underwater, or if it's wet, it may start turning white. So just dribble a little sand on there, and away you go. Just like that. And you put on a little bit more booze. Oh, and there's where I was a giant goober.
But this is like boobish behavior.
On the tank class. Like a giant idiot. But I got it all off. if you do it fairly quick, it'll come right off. And we'll put some Anubias and tuck this into the little corners and the cracks. This dragon stone is perfect for that. It doesn't take a very big stone to hold it right in place. And all right, we get a little bit more of this in here, and we're getting pretty close. I ended up not using all of the Anubias. It was going to be a little more overwhelming than it probably needed to be. If you just break it apart nice and gentle, you can take a fork and you can scrape it across the roots. No plastic fork or a comb, but honestly, you can get most of it off with your fingers. And you get everything in a nice little spray. Keep it wet while you're doing all this. All right, we got it all undone here. I forgot to turn my fan off. You probably hear a little thing. No, my tank is not outside, but I'm too stupid to turn the fan off before I did the recording. Oh, that was my dog Thor sneezing. Can't prevent that. All right, and there's your final product pretty much. A nice little thing. The plants weren't overly cheap, but this is a nice little setup. It's not a super expensive outlay for really nice results. Anyhow, leave some questions in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. Make sure you like and subscribe, yada yada. But if you like this build, make sure and let me know. This is the first, probably really, of many to come from 7Anubis Aquatics. Thanks, folks. We'll see you next time.